Welcome to TechBrothersIT. In this video, we are going to learn how to load all CSV files or text files to Excel sheets in a single Excel file. So here you see that the sheet per CSV or CSV per sheet. That's what we are gonna do here in one of my folder. I have 3 CSV files. What I want to do, I would like to create a single Excel, and each these file should be given on its own Excel sheet. Now this doesn't really matter if this CSV has a different columns and the other one has a different column. So why? Because they will be going to its own sheet, so column doesn't have to be matter, like okay, they should be matching. We are not dumping the data on the single sheet, so we are creating separate sheets for these CSVs file. So that's great. Let's go ahead and create our SSIS package now. Go to SSDT SQL Server Data Tools, go to SSIS Packages here, new SSIS package. Let's rename create single Excel file from multiple CSV or text files. Save the package. Let's create a few variables so we can use them in our configuration, and anytime we deploy to QA, UAT and all that, we can pass the value to these variables by using configuration and change, such as folder source path, folder destination path, and Excel file name. So we can change those values by using the configuration, and by doing that we don't have to make changes in our SSIS package. Okay, this is going to be source folder path. That's where our files are. This is going to be string type. I'm going to save this path for now. Then where you would like to create that Excel file from these CSV files, so we are gonna click add another variable called destination folder path, and this is going to be string as well, and I have destination folder here. I'm going to grab the path for that folder and paste it here. Okay, what name you would like to have for your Excel file name? So Excel file name, that's another variable, so you can change the file name anytime what you like. In my case, I'm gonna go with TechBrothersIT. That would be the name of my Excel file. And here we would like to create 2 more variables. So file extension, the files you are reading here, what would be the extension for those files? As of now, what we have .csv files. So tomorrow, let's say if you get .txt file, you don't want to create a new package, or you do not want to make changes. You should be handling these situations just creating the variables and having them use in your script, just to pass the value by using the configuration, and simply package should be able to handle those situations. So I'm saying .csv for now. At the end of the video, I'm gonna change the extension to text, and also I will change the delimiter for these files and show you how exactly this package can handle those situations. So here we are saying file delimiter. In our file it is CSV, so it is comma, but I will change to the pipe and the extension I will change to the text at the end, and the same package should take care of everything. We are all good here. Let's bring the script task and open the script task. We are using Visual C# for the scripting in our script task. You can use Visual Basic if you like. I'm going to provide the code with the C#. Click here and click on all the user variables. So we are going to use destination, another one here, this user variable. Here is our source folder path. We are all good here, and then click on edit script. I have written the script for this post already, so I'm going to copy from the TechBrothersIT.com, and also I will put the link in the description of the video. You can go directly from there. So let's go to TechBrothersIT.com, go to SSIS video tutorial. Once you are there, you're going to go all the way down here and find script task, and here we have right here, load all CSV files to the Excel sheets. sheet per CSV in a single Excel file. So click here and then you go further down. I have written all the posts with the snapshot and everything. If you are working, you cannot watch the video, you can read and just go through the post and you will be able to create the package. So first of all, we will be adding some namespaces in the script task editor. Go to the editor and under the namespaces, we are going to add 2 more namespaces as we are dealing with the files. So we will use system.io and use some methods from there. And as we are going to create the Excel file, we'll be using system.data.oledb namespace, and we will use different functions or methods and instances from this namespace. Rest, we need to copy this code and go to the main and paste it there. So copy all the way, select till here and then copy. You can go back here. Let's make it a little large. Remove this part. I have already written this in the code, so you can remove this and just paste it. Once you paste it, I will suggest save and then build. Why? If there is any error, some parenthesis missing or any spelling maybe, or any part can be missing while we are copying that. So it's a good idea to build it, and if there is error, it will show us the error. Now we can go and take a look what exactly this code is doing or script is doing. First of all, what I'm saying, I'm declaring a variable called datetime, and in that variable I'm saving a value now, whatever the time is right now, and that's year, month, day, hour, minute and second. So this time will be saved in this variable. So I can use in Excel file on each of the execution of this package. I want to create a new Excel file, so with datetime. So this is the timestamp I'm going to use. Also this timestamp I will use in the log information. That's the text log we will be creating in case of error happen. See, this is above the try, so the catch block can use this variable as well. Here we are saying try, so we are putting the code in the try block, so it is going to work in case of error happen. It is going to go to the catch block, so that's at the end. Few things to remember right here. The variables, I have created these variables here in the script task, and then what happened, I am mapping these SSIS variables to get the values for them. Just make sure the name here, that should exactly the name what you have created here. If even they are case sensitive, so if you have made some small mistake, the package is going to fail and it will take you a whole lot of time to figure it out. So just make sure you have exact variable names here: source folder path, okay, destination folder path, file extension, file delimiter, Excel file name. So it looks good for us, and let's see, we will run and see if error happen, then we can fix it. And here I'm creating a string variable and called create table statement. So that's where we are going to create the statement, and then this one is the column list. So we will have the list for the columns. How we are going to do, we will read each file, and then from that file we'll read the header and build our column string, column list. Once we have the column list, when we build our create table statement, that's the create table statement is create sheet statement. We are going to create the sheet with that statement in the Excel. Okay, so first of all we need to read all the file names from the source folder. So right here, and this part of the code is doing that. So once we know that, okay, so this string source directory is equal to source directory, then we are getting the array of the file names, and we are getting only the file names which has extension. See, asterisk dot extension. So asterisk mean every file name, doesn't matter whatever the name of the file. Extension mean .csv. So we will get only the CSV files as we have placed the value here, file extension variable .csv. So tomorrow if you will do .txt, you will read only text files, even there are more files there. So let's go back here. I'm going to create another Excel files here. So it should throw error because there is no data, nothing, but it's not going to read it. So if there are files, other like PDF, Excel, or whatever the file sitting there, it's going to read only the CSV file. So we have put in the filter here. Let's go back here. Now once we read the files, we can we can use the for each loop to loop through those file names. So that's what I'm doing here. Okay, and now read first line header and prepare create statement. So right here we are reading the first line, this one. So we are reading the first line and preparing our create statement, create table file. First here, sorry, let's deal with this one. We have string file name only, and what we did, we get the file name that comes with the extension. So what I did, I replaced the extension with the blank, and I don't want the extension at all, so I removed that. And also I replaced the source directories, because it also comes with the source directory complete path. So I removed that only. I'm sorry that there is some pollen around here. This is the spring season, so everybody is getting allergies. I apologize for the inconvenience here. So from we are getting only the file name. We have a file name dot once this file name is given us the folder path and everything with extension with it. So we replace that source directory. Remember, we have replaced with the blank spaces. That means we don't want the folder path, and then we remove the extension and replace with the blank spaces. Now we are good here. I'm really sorry. Create table. So we are saying create table file only. So we have only file name, and then we are reading the first line. Once we read the first line, and then we are going to add commas here. The first of all, we are adding the parentheses around, and then let me show you. And here, see, I'm saying text comma parentheses opening, and here I'm saying parentheses closer. So in short, what I'm doing with this code, I'm creating a create statement table, and let me show you how it will look. Okay, sorry. Create table, let's say it will sheet name, whatever the sheet name, or the CSV file name, I'm so sorry, file name, and it is going to create something like, let's say it has ID. Now ID comma, sorry, it will text, and then we have name text. So this is how this create statement will be generated. See these columns, it is reading from the CSV and then putting the comma, and we are using text as data type for our CSV sheet we are going to create. So in Excel, you have to create the sheet before you dump the data. It is not like CSV, you just dump the data. So that's what we are creating, the Excel sheet definition from our CSV file. That's the done. Then we are saying, okay, string connection string. So we are building a connection string for our Excel file. We are saying provider Microsoft.ac.oledb.12.0. That's what we need to use, and this is our destination folder, and this is our Excel file name. So if you remember, Excel file name is equal to the Excel file name right here, and then we added the date time part to it. Okay, great. Now OLEDB connection, creating a new instance of that, and OLEDB command, creating a new instance. We will use them right here. So here we are saying OLEDB connection is that connection string is equal to connection string that we build here. Then we open a connection, and OLEDB command is this, we will use it for the command, use this connection. Fine. Next we are using OLEDB command dot command text create table. So you see that we have built the statement right here, and then we are executing that statement. Once we execute, it is going to create a sheet for us. So we are good. So for the very first file, it read the first line and then created the sheet definition, and we have created table definition here, and then we ran that query and created the sheet in Excel. Now writing data to the Excel sheet in Excel file. So we are reading the data from the CSV file and writing the data to the Excel sheet on our Excel file that we have just created. Now counter here, we are saying declare a variable, and this string is a line. Now we will read the source file, and this is the file name. We will read it. While line is equal to source file not, so this will read all the way. So that it is gonna loop through and read all the lines. So that's what it means, till not null. So read every line of the core line of the data in the CSV. If counter is equal to 0, that means this is the first line. So we are building those list of the columns. If you will go and insert the data in SQL table, how you do that? You always say insert into DBO table and say values. First of all, you have to provide okay ID, name, and then you say values and provide the values. Like let's say ID is 1 and name is Amir. So this is exactly we are doing here. So we are building the insert statement for each of the record we are reading from a CSV file. Here, okay, for the first, get me the list of the columns and just concatenate them and make them this part. So once you make this part, fine. Next, I need to have the values. So we say insert into file name, that's our sheet name, column list that we just built it here, and then values line dot line, read the line, replace the file delimiter, that's comma, with the single quotes around and comma, and then just at the end you will be adding this part. So this part will be created. Fine, we have an insert statement ready. Now the next part is go ahead and okay, var command declare a variable is equal to query, that's our query, and we are saying excel.onlydb command text is equal to command. So find this one and then execute. So it's gonna write that record to the Excel sheet now. Then counter plus plus, so it will keep looping and writing. Once done, it will close the Excel connection and source file dot close, as it will close the CSV file and success. That's good. In case of failure, this part is going to loop 3 times in our case, as we have 3 files. So in your case maybe 100 files, so it is going to keep looping and get us each and every file and keep writing that file to the our Excel sheet files and to new sheet on each of the CSV file. In case of failure, some error happen, we are writing into the destination folder, we are creating a file called error log, and with datetime. This will have the same datetime what will be with our Excel file, and we are saying it is extension.log and write the exception to it. Good. So we are all set here. First let's create the error and then we come back and fix it. How? Let's make some changes. Let's say right here, insert into, if I will say 1 2 3. Now save it. Okay, run the package, come to the destination and see what we get here. So you see it tried to create an Excel file but error happened, so we have error file and send syntax error in insert into the statement. So that's the problem. Fine, we get that error, that's good. We open Excel and we see, okay, let's no data, but we also have to stop our SSIS package. That's what the error was, like it's not readable because it was used by another processor. So close this one, no data is written. Fine, no big deal. Let's delete these ones, we don't care. Delete these, come back, let's fix that. Script, edit script. It's taken a couple of seconds. Let's go back all the way, and here it was 1 2 3. Save it. Now close it and okay, run it. Now it should create an Excel file here with all those CSV files as a sheet. So it's done, and you can see that we have a ID and name, TechBrothersIT, that was our first. Second one is TechBrothersIT and underscore copy and TechBrothersIT1. So these are different sheets it created for each of the Excel, each of the CSV file. So that's good. If you take a look, I did not delete those files. You can add that part to the script as file.delete, or you can use a file system task to delete at the end. Now let's go back. This file is gonna be there, fine, let it be. Let's go to the source and change few things and see how our package can handle different requirement. Instead of CSV, I'm gonna rename this one to the text. Yes. And here let's say we rename this one to the text as well. extension only. We are leaving the name of the file as it is. You can rename if you want, doesn't really matter, as long as it is text txt, it is gonna read. Now open it, and here we have a comma. Instead of comma, let's say I would like to have pipe. So for the pipe delimiter, save it, open this one, pipe and pipe and pipe, and let's do the final one. Testing is really important. I would recommend, implement different scenarios and all that, and then try that out. So run the package. It should complete it should complete successfully. It did, and let's see what happened now, because we did not change the values for the comma. Still it is CSV, and we don't have those files. So let's see what happened. In case of that, we go to the destination folder and no file is generated. This is the old file that's already there. So it means because there is no text file, so it is not going to do anything. It want to read .txt file. Remember in the script we were telling, like it will read according to the extension what we will provide. So there was no CSV file, and also we want to provide the pipe. So that's good test actually. And now we are all set. Let's run the package. Completed successfully. Go back to the folder, a new file is created, and here you can see that the data is there. So it read the data, it created those different sheets for each of the CSV file, and we are good in this scenario. You see that here, by changing small things, you can make pretty much the entire package change and take care of the things. Let's say tomorrow you have tilde, or you have something different, a separator as a file delimiter. You don't have to make you don't have to create a new package. You don't have to make a lot of changes. You will just use the values of these variable by using configuration, and the package will still work for you. Thanks very much for watching this video, and I'm sorry my throat was kind of hurting and couldn't do really great job on speaking, but I hope you learned something out of this, and I will put the link for the script in the description of the video. You can click from there. You don't have to go all the way to the TechBrothersIT.com and figure it out or find it out, and I will see you guys in the next video.